to another episode of Rose and Gold. I'm your host, IK, and this is our lovely co-host, Dr. Ross.
Everything is everything.
As you all know, I love myself some roses, and I love myself a bit of golds. But let's get straight into these hot topics, starting off with the holiday edition.
That's right. For our first hot topic of the day, we are going to start it out strong with the She's Hot Contest winner of this week.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Our She's Hot Contest winner of this week is none other than Miss Cardi B, or Bacardi as most people call her.
Miss CB deserves this win, not only because she's shaking what her mama gave her, but also because she's a 10 out of 10, scandalous, came from the bottom and made it to the top. Miss Cardi B is what we call a success story. Keep on doing you and keep on making that money. Also, we hear that you divorced or broke up with the off-link, whatever his name was. If you're lonely this Christmas, IK is here. Nature boy. But let's get straight into our hot topics.
That's right. So for our first hot topics, if you all did not have the chance to watch last night, don't worry because IK and I did. We watched the Grammys 50 Years of Hip Hop, and they saved the best for last, allegedly, was Mr. Smith, Will Smith as they say. All the performances were excellent. We're glad that they brought out the greats to show people what rap is supposed to sound like now. But allegedly, they said the best part of the show was Mr. Smith. What are your thoughts on this, IK?
What would have made it 10 times better is if Chris Rock came out and made a special appearance. They did a replay of the slap in the 50th Grammys.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up. What?
Hip-hop Grammys. However, Will Smith, there's only one thing we have to say. He made it back then, and he made it with the first Grammy for hip-hop before it was even known as hip-hop. However, now in the new day and age, I think you should leave the performing to Jaden and Willow.
That's right, because Will Smith, as we all know, a lot of the other, when hip-hop was first being introduced, they couldn't give the Grammys to our beloved hip-hop singers and artists because they were too hardcore. Will Smith was softer, as we can say. He was more for the other side, and we don't want Will Smith to come down to the studio to slap the shit out of the producers, but we just want to say it's all love, Will Smith. It's all love, but we personally think that you shouldn't be singing the same A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 songs that you sang before. You don't see the Jackson 5 coming out and singing Santa's Coming Home for Christmas.
That's a good point. It was a little interesting, me seeing him walk out on the stage. Exactly. He's going to do an Alec Baldwin. But we saw him, it was interesting for me seeing Mr. Willie Smith walk out on the stage with a 12-year-old's looking outfit,
That's right,
dancing around like he was back in the 80s again.
Hands up! Everybody let me see you throw your hands up! Say yeah! Say hell yeah! Say make money, money, make money, money, money! Now scream! Scream! It was kinda of an accident, the way that it happened.
And there was,
Yes.
that's right. There was even the one dancer who Will Smith was spotted with, I believe we might have said in the earlier episode. So this confirms that Will Smith was not in the play. He was just with one of the dancers getting some coffee.
We know Will Smith is not with any ladies. Allegedly.
Alleged.
Let's get on to our next hot topic. For our next hot topic, we're going to go ahead and speak about Mr. Mark Consuelos.
Pretty much.
As we call him, Pretty Mark. Pretty Mark won hottest morning show host ever.
He's hot.
That's right. What are your thoughts on this, IK?
That's hot right now.
That's hot right now.
Exactly, just like Zoolander said.
That's
or
right.
whatever his name is, Mr. Mumato. However,
Will Ferrell, he said, that's so hot right now.
exactly. With Mark Consuelos, I see that he's doing his thing. He's out the circuit once again. We're going to put the photo right here that they said was for his photo for winning the competition, being the hottest man alive.
Hottest. studio show host.
Hottest studio show host. However, with Mr. Consuelos,
We just know IK is too young for the position right now.
yes,
But
with Mr. Consuelos, I'm the next hottest male model and talk show personality.
let's get into our next hot topic. Since IK and I are in Dallas, Texas currently, we have some new Dallas news. So the Cowboys are making a comeback. They won against the Eagles 31-13, completely crushed them. They had 30 points at the halftime, and then they won at 31. So we don't know if the Eagles were tired this year, or I don't know.
Who knows? Jerry Jones might have allegedly
Slipped a few dollars. Yes.
Still. However, with this, it's good to see the Cowboys winning once again, as they've been down for a hot minute, but now they're coming back, making a big comeback. I've already been talking to a few different people and friends, and they're saying that they were a little bit shaky on being Cowboys fans before, but now they're all for them.
Go Dak.
Hopefully they make it to the Super Bowl. And that's right, go Dak. Let's get into our next hot topic.
So Deion Sanders, Mr. Coach Prime, however you know him, Mr. Deion Sanders is now breaking up with Pebbles, allegedly. What are your thoughts on this, IK?
He's making a new turn in his life. All we can say is that hopefully this new chapter is looking bright.
Yes.
Deion or Mr. Coach Prime, stay up, player. We know you're making your money. You've been doing a lot of commercials lately, and we know Deion's going to turn this one around. He's going to make something good.
That's right.
Can't wait to see what happens.
No, slick back.
That's what I said. Slick back.
No, nigga, I'm a pimp named Slick Back. Pimp named Slick Back. Pimp named Pimp.
Let's get into our next hot topic.
For our next hot topic, we're going to go ahead and mention Miss Jennifer Gardner on the front of the Us magazine. So Miss Jennifer Gardner was recently spotted with J-Lo. She went out with J-Lo and Ben Affleck, and she said that we've known for a long time, whether you watch the news or you don't, all of us have known for years that Ben Affleck is an alcoholic and a cigarette smoker, allegedly. But Miss Jennifer Garner said that when she went out with Miss J-Lo and Mr. Ben Affleck that he started smoking and she couldn't stand it. What are your thoughts for this, IK?
First and foremost, Miss Jennifer Garner, we know that you're still hung up on Ben Affleck, but there's a new player in town. IK, International King, if you don't know. I'd love to invite you out to lunch, brunch, and or dinner, depending on your schedules. However, to move back into the topic, with Ben Affleck is going to be Ben Affleck. They were just showing photos of him eating fast food in his car and getting pulled over.
I was just about to mention that. Yes,
and that Ben Affleck is at an interesting point in his life right now because, for one, we don't know how that J-Lo relationship is going. We're going to say allegedly it's on the rock.
Is going to be Ben Affleck. Regardless of what you do, Ben Affleck will be Ben Affleck. But that isn't your problem anymore, Jennifer Garner. You should be dealing with whoever you're dating now or whoever you're looking to date. Because if he smokes, that's J-Lo's problem. Let J-Lo handle it. Let him go home and kick the dog, break the furniture, because that's what Miss J-Lo signed up to come back to.
Exactly.
So
move forward and move on.
Yes.
Onward and forward, as they say. Let's get into our next and final hot topic. And before we close off our episode, we'd like to mention a few of our dear friends, along with a few of our dear friends' establishments. First and foremost being Miss Pretty Lunell.
Miss Lunell, player number 15. Miss Pretty Lunell is one of our very dear friends. And we're going to put the award that she won right here. She was with a lot of the greats. They did a show episode with her hosted by Miss Kathy Griffin, and a lot of other great, phenomenal. We have Miss Barbara from Shark Tank. Miss Rosie O'Donnell, tons of icons just like yourself, Miss Liddell. And she looks like, if you can see this photo here, she is the female Dolomite.
That's right. As they say, better have my money.
Christmas Wonderland.
Exactly. You know what we mean. Let's get into our next mention. We'd like to mention one of our dear friends, Mr. Randy Green, aka DK the GRUVA. He's not only a rapper, singer, actor, producer, but he's also a groundbreaker and innovator in his own right. He's making his latest film, The Rockets, and check out his latest music albums down in the link in the description below, as well as on screen. And we'd like to mention a few of our dear friends' establishments, one being Anvil Tattoo. Make sure to check out Waylon. Waylon's going to give you the tattoos that are going to look right. Check out Cat Tattoo. Ask for Miss Sherry. She's going to give you the piercings that give you that look and that luster. And make sure to check out Yank Apparel, the clothing that's going to fit you right and be great for any sort of work condition.
That's right.
And then last but not least, Mecha Matcha, the ice cream that's not only going to help you burn fat, but also get energy right along with it. Sounds delicious. These were all of our hot topics and our mentions for today. However, we'll see you all in the next episode of Rose and Gold. Stay tuned for the latest films, The Personals, and Rose and Gold, the short film coming out.
That's
We'll
right.
see you in the next episode. Out.
What's our favorite word?
Biatch.